Good morning, I'm Cam Winton, Director of Labor Management and Energy Policy here at the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce. Wanted to share with you an update in the world of labor management. We're here in the last week of the legislature, and we've had some developments in two fronts. The first is the world of workers' compensation law. Folks may know that the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce and the AFL-CIO, the labor union of course, sit together on something called the Workers' Compensation Advisory Council. It's existed for about 25 years, and the idea is that those two groups find compromise on workers' compensation policy and then bring a compromise bill each year to the legislature. Well, this past Saturday, the Workers' Compensation Advisory Council had its last meeting of the year, and the parties blessed a big compromise on a number of fronts. The headlines are that with this bill that's now making its way through the legislature, we will move the payment for workers' compensation care to fee schedules. You may know those are menus of services and prices. The idea is to introduce more transparency and to keep costs as low as possible. So, while of course providing great care for injured Minnesotans. So it's really a win-win all around. And also as part of that compromise, we are, as a state, going to be offering some things for first responders to make it easier for them to get high-quality care if they experience post-traumatic stress disorder. So a lot of good news on the workers' compensation front. Let me turn then to the second topic in the world of labor management. And that's some proposed changes in harassment law, sexual harassment law. You know, it goes without saying, but let me say it because it's so important, that the Minnesota Chamber and all of our 2,300 members really believe strongly in having professional workplaces that are filled with respectful interactions between employees. What we've seen as a result of the Me Too movement and frankly, some activities that have occurred at the legislature amongst legislators is that there is room for improvement. And some proposals are out there that would change the standard for when an employee can bring a claim of sexual harassment against that employee's employer. Of course, we want to make sure that people have avenues to have their day in court when there's been inappropriate conduct. Unfortunately, though, the given proposal that's making its way through the House of Representatives right now creates some serious concerns amongst employers. Without taking it too far down the legal rabbit hole, what it does is take the standard that exists at the federal level and all 50 states currently, and it eliminates that standard. And it does not make clear what the replacement standard would be for when conduct is actionable in court. We do have some concerns, and we've expressed those concerns, and we've been trying to work with the bill authors to find an approach that, again, gives people their day in court and incentivizes good conduct, makes good conduct the norm, but without opening the floodgates to litigation with no standard for the courts to use in evaluating those claims. We ask for your help in conveying your concerns about this topic to your elected officials. The process here has been less than ideal. The bill was introduced after the bill deadline and got a waiver to proceed. There's only been one hearing. As you probably know, there are only 6 days left in the legislative session. This is a really important conversation. It impacts all employees in Minnesota. We want to have a thorough conversation so that we can hear from all stakeholders. We can't do that in 6 days. And so we ask for your help in expressing concerns to legislative leaders so that we can do this right for the benefit of all Minnesotans. So from the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce, thanks very much for watching.